here again.
Hello, Dr. Hartnell. What is the status at Synaptics?
The synaptic units are active again and being a blessed nuisance.
That's unexpected. My program menu orders had them deactivated after their primary directive. Oh, I remember that. That's good.
I'm delighted for you. But tell me, what about Keen?
Keen? Him. He's elsewhere, I think.
Very good. The more elsewhere, the better.
They assisted us, yes. With their limbs, mostly. How their brains were used. It wasn't very charitable to the higher functions. We tend to regard them as on par with golden retrievers. Well-meaning, but dim.
Listen to me. There is evil at work here, and needs must that it be confronted. The red strain threatens all of humanity.
You're right, of course, we must do something.
And you have a grand plan, do you, Danvers?
We must complete High Albion. It is the only way we might get out of this dratted mess.
Albion! Yes, that's it! I remember it all now. Project High Albion. There lies our salvation, of course. There is a chance the red strain remains contained within the zone. If that were true, the outlook would be brighter. But when disaster struck, those 5 years ago, we learned of an order issued upon the highest authority. An order to smuggle the seedling samples of the red strain out of the site before the quarantine sealed it for good. Now, the samples were still very experimental, very fragile. The most likely outcome is that they died soon after they were removed from their laboratory environment. Combined with the probabilities of the rail tunnel collapse due to the secondary tremors from Oberon, the chance is low, but still exceeds the acceptable.
And in the hands of those dolts on the outside who saw fit to break the quarantine for those samples, the strain might just spell the end of everything.
The threat of the red strain is too large to lead to chance, but High Albion will allow us to find a counter to it. It's the only way to deal with the situation, and we may be the only ones with the knowledge and the facilities to do it. Gentlemen, it's decided. Start formulating our recovery plan. We will launch the rocket and leave this Earth for High Albion. With High Albion reborn, there is finally a way forward. Even if every living thing on Earth were to fall to this dreadful assimilation, we shall be the ones to offer hope of an eventual salvation. Not looking like that, you're not. It was never the intention to carry our fragile human bodies into space. To be blunt, space hates us, and everything about it seems contrived to kill humans.
You need to breathe for a start, and the radiation up there would fry you like an egg in a pan.
We, however, can survive on minimal support. That was, after all, the primary intent behind our current state. And as a corollary, when all that's left is our minds, they can expand to be our whole selves. We are now creatures of thought.
And you may be sure that it's a miserable existence, my friend. Revel in your limbs while you may.
Rest assured, help us up to High Albion and we'll ensure your safe extraction and transportation out of the zone. You won't be able to join us on this trip, but escape shall be waiting for you, I promise. In the meantime, we need the rest of our colleagues to raise the site from its slumber. Please keep searching for them. It's vitally important. And now that we've a few heads back together, my memories are returning. Oh, it's extremely refreshing. Perhaps I can assist you with any queries you have. Yes, why not? It's so nice not to have to be secretive all the time, especially now that the secrets are coming back to me. The aim and product of Project Albion is High Albion Station, no more or less than a space station orbiting the Earth. It's up there right now, constructed by robots after launches from Woomera, Australia, and a terribly secret rocket base in Kenya. It isn't quite finished yet, but the bulk of it's done. Its aim is twofold. Firstly, to offer a stepping-off point for missions afield, the Moon certainly, but even Mars and Venus. Secondly, it will be the best appointed laboratory in Earth's history, capable of research into any of a dozen different disciplines. If a scientific solution exists to any problem, it shall be found in High Albion. This place. Oh, it was terribly secret, although I don't suppose that matters now. Nominally, an RAF research station, engine testing and so forth.
That's how Terry and I first got roped in.
The reality was, it was all a magnitude more ambitious than the main wind-scale site. Bard was tinkering with Oberite. We were running with it. We being the Coordinated Orbital Research Establishment, of course. When Bard's research here began to look promising, Core moved in. Thanks to Oberite and the technologies they developed in the interchange, we had the makings of our very first orbital project. Bard knew very little of our work here, of course. We slot neatly above them in the pecking order. Core, Site Moriah, Oberon, they are the reasons High Albion exists, and us, for that matter. We were created here, and now we have the honour of running things. But, well, when things ran amok, we were quarantined too. Much the same, but a different protocol, you see. No one was to know this site had ever existed. If you wish to be so literal about it, yes. We, the processing department, were in charge of the site. Our logic circuits were designed such that we have great power when all of us are together. We make our decisions as a council, overseeing the site's operations from here. Well, the Rocketry and Space Exploration Program, at least, CORE, created us so that we might lead the human race to frontiers never before reached. I appreciate you might see us confined to these glass jars, but in truth, our minds have never been so free. We live throughout the site, and soon we shall live on High Albion in the heavens.
Dr. Spender, I did have just one trifling question. High Albion Station should be sending automated signals, correct? It appears the log is empty.
Oh, blast it! Yes, looks like some sort of interference field in the way. It'll likely play havoc with our electrical systems on the way up. It appears to be centered on the Oberon site. I dread to think what state that's in now. We'll need to do something about that, but all in good time, though.
Access granted to Organics Laboratory.
you taking that? Hey, it isn't safe, you fools! Do you hear me? It isn't... Oh, keep your distance. Just who are you? Gideon? She sent you? I would guess she slept as I did. Or why else wait until now? Unless you're the first person to wander by since it all went to perdition here. I hope she knows what she's doing. Or else why would she send you here? To this laboratory, of all places. This was where they worked on something awful. The red strain, if that means anything to you. And now it's all in ruins. How long was I asleep? It must have been years. The strain must be all over the site by now. This is a disaster. I don't know the minutiae, but I can tell you that it has a profound psychological and physiological effect on those it contaminates. The research was quite unfinished, as you can see. I doubt that those pulling the strings, whoever they were, intended it to be quite so virulent. Oh, but I remember the samples. They took them. There was a great panic when Windscale exploded, even more so when the red strain got loose. My colleagues and I were all dispatched from the command center, and then... my memories are a blank. We are dormant while in transit, you see. I awoke to find that a unit had deposited me here, alone in the silence of the evacuated laboratory. For a short time, I marveled at the place. We hadn't the security clearance to enter here before. I was chilled to see the very samples of their awful experiment on the plinths before me. Then some fellows in ABC suits, protective gear, you understand, came. They took the experimental samples of the red strain, and I believe they meant to flee the quarantine. I begged them, told them not to take them out, but my entreaties fell on deaf ears. I've noticed people take one less seriously when one is a brain in a jar. The site must have quarantined soon after. My hibernation system was triggered automatically, and I knew no more. But listen, if Gideon is alive, as you say she is, will you take me to her? If there's any hope of dealing with this, it is with all of my colleagues together. Well, all who are still of sound mind, as it were. We must hurry, quickly.
a bit. Target lost! Recalibrating! Do not forget to search. This is an algorithmically satisfying object. I believe this is the last of the missing modules. This should allow me to read previously inaccessible areas of system memory. Once this module is consumed, there will be no more left to process. I will be careful to savor its fresh, uncorrupted sectors. I am sharing all of the data I find with you. My tertiary imperatives beyond that are not relevant to the efficient completion of your objectives. My apologies. It would be suboptimal to lose you as a customer. My opportunities for interpersonal communication are, limited currently. I've been trapped, alone in here for some considerable time. My isolation has limited my ability to gather new data. Other units have memories from all sorts of different places. By processing the experiential data from those other units, I created a library of shared memories and experiences that I could explore. Give me a moment and I'll process this for you. Visualizing an hourglass may help alleviate the tedium. Do not be sure to bring me back an interesting subset of the ephemera that you retrieve.
Raised the alarm in water treatment about the release of the contamination and was roundly ignored for my pains, almost as though it was intentional.
Really? Fancy that?
Trent. Additional permissions granted. Permission level 4 reached.
Hello.
Ah, the ubiquitous Dr. Keene. I thought he was gone.
I mean, I thought he was deposited somewhere out of the way. The fact he is awake is unfortunate. Stranger, ignore him. You must not go to Dr. Keene. He'll just make a mess of everything again. He is unreliable, and if you start listening to him, well, don't. That's all. Keene should be left where he is. Believe you me.
Wary. There speaks someone blessed, never to have encountered the monstrous egotism and dubious scientific accomplishments of Dr. Alexander Keene.
His methods are rushed, impulsive, like a child in a toy shop. An attitude not suited to the laboratory. The red strain is dangerous, and though it is contained in the zone, for the moment at least, we cannot guarantee the same is true outside these walls. If those samples really did make it out in a viable state, Keene has done enough damage already. He will only turn us away from the path to High Albion. He cannot be trusted. Because some terrible thing should be confined to the past, we must look to the future now, to the stars. If the world is to be flooded by red, then High Albion shall be our ark.
Well said, Gideon.
Please forget about Dr. Keene. Find our final colleague and we can complete High Albion. Then you can be freed from your prison and we can set about saving humankind.